And there you go, the motherboard is off. Congratulations if you made it so far. Alright, we have here HP Pavilion Laptop, and the model is 15CS0205NG. In the last video we have removed the back cover from the laptop. The link to that video I will put in the description and in the comments down below. In this video I will remove the motherboard. This is quite easy, and we will start by removing the battery. Battery is held by a few screws here. All we need is just a Phillips screwdriver, and let's unscrew those screws. As you probably can see, this battery is quite swollen up. Later, when we build up this laptop back again, we will replace it with a brand new HP battery. We have 4 screws here holding this battery in place. Okay, done with that, we can remove the battery now. Remember to put the screws somewhere safe so you won't lose them. One screw was hiding there. Let's move to the hard drive and remove it. This is one of those NVMe hard drives. The screw holding this hard drive looks a little bit different than the rest of the screws that we will have here. Also the rest of the screws that's holding the main board. So it's a little bit shorter. Once you remove the screw, you can remove the hard drive very easily. Just wiggle it a little bit. And that's our hard drive. It's 256 gigabytes. It's made in Korea and by a company called SK Hynix. Let's disconnect all those cables. Let's start with the cable that is connected to the touchpad. Those cables are locked with a piece of plastic that moves up to unlock the cable and down to lock the cable. When you move it up, you can remove the cable very easily. Let's move to the next cable. That's for the keyboard. It's a little bit wider, but the principle is the same. Next to it is another cable. This one is for the calculator, and we do the same. We move this plastic part a little bit up and remove the cable. We don't have HDD connected here, but we do have SD card reader connected here. So let's remove the cable there. Alright, let's move a little bit up. We have the VLAN card there. Let me turn the laptop again to give you a better overview. This is how far we are, and we will do next the USB ports and the power supply to the motherboard. USB ports. And the motherboard power supply. Connectors like those ones are always a little bit stuck, so you need to move them a little bit left, right, left, right, left, right, and they will loosen up eventually. As you can see, except for a Phillips screwdriver, you don't really need specific tools for this. Perhaps sometimes you need a little bit help and you can use or a guitar pick or a credit card. Obviously, if you like, you can buy specific tools for this as well. So we are done with that. And let's move up for the cable for the monitor. And here is the same principle. We just need to move this plastic, black plastic up a little bit, and this will unlock the cable and we can remove it. Then we move to the connector next to it. This is kind of a little bit stuck. You need to wiggle it a little bit from left to right, left to right, left to right, and it will loosen up, and then you can take it off. Here, with the help of a good old screwdriver, I can lift it off a little bit farther away from the motherboard. We have disconnected the calculator, the keyboard, the touchpad, SD card reader, power supply, USB ports, VLAN, and the monitor connectors. Next, the ventilator. Such connectors are always a little bit stuck. I will use here my good old guitar pick. It's a very helpful tool. And just wiggle it a little bit from left to right, left to right, left to right. It will loosen up a little bit slowly, 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 and eventually you can take it off. Alright, looking good. Let's remove the ventilator completely by unscrewing those 3 screws. Done. We can take it off. Looks like some dust have accumulated here over the years, but nothing too alarming. Alright, enough looking at the dust. Let's move on. Let's remove the motherboard from the chassis of the laptop by unscrewing the screws. There are plenty of them, but we are almost done here. And if you like the video so far, please like, subscribe. It helps me a lot and it costs nothing. Thank you very much. I will start with the screw in the upper left corner here, but it doesn't matter where you start, it's all the same. And we move to the next one. On the motherboard you can see that the silver screws are signed with M2L4 and the black ones are M2L2. Alright, we have unscrewed 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. We are almost done, just few more. And the next screw here, it's a little bit hidden, you can overlook it a little bit. And that one as well. I will remove here the VLAN card, but it's not necessary. Great, that was the last screw. We can now lift the motherboard. I will lift the motherboard first on the right side and pull it to the right side as well. I will try to wiggle it a little bit, loosen it up, because on the left side there are some ports and they will be a little bit stuck. But lift it slowly, wiggle it a little bit, and it will go just fine without using any force. And there you go, the motherboard is off. Congratulations if you made it so far. In my case, I'm not completely done here. I will remove the USB ports as well. And I will also move a little bit up and take out the SD card reader. Plus there is this little thing where you lock your laptop to your, for example, your desk so nobody can steal it. I will remove this as well. So if you have nothing to do, stick around till the end of the video. Removing the USB module or removing the USB card, whatever you call it, is quite easy. As you can see, there is no really a challenge to it. Just take your time, remove things slowly, and never work when you are very tired. That way you are always sure that you will not break something just because you are tired and not paying really attention what you are doing. And that's the part of anti-theft device where you put here the cable in, other end of the cable you put, for example, to your to your desktop, you connect to it, and you lock your device in this way. So if somebody wants to grab your laptop and run away with it, it cannot be done unless they cut the wires. Alright, that's done as well. And now we move up to remove the SD card reader. Alright, that part was very easy, wasn't it? And that's how our SD card reader looks like. Should you need to get to the keyboard, you will need to unweld those plastic welds. All those black spots which you can see here are plastic welds. So you need to unweld them, and once you did this, you can lift the metal piece up and get to the keyboard. There are more than 50 of those welds, and of course when you put it back, you will need to plastic weld it back again. The best thing is to buy one of those plastic welds. They are not expensive, and they are, for example, on Amazon or eBay, or probably your hardware store has it as well. Those weldings are very strong, so if you do it properly, the keyboard will hold together without breaking through it and touching the motherboard. Here is a small designer flaw, and this part bends a little bit when people put the USB cables in. So I will just use something that's nice and straight and straighten it out a little bit. Don't use any sharp objects in it, just something like out of wood or something like that, and put your finger against it so you will not break it completely to other side. This looks to be a designer flaw, so even if your laptop is completely put together and you put a cable, a USB cable in the port, and you just miss a little bit the port and you just push this metal underneath instead of putting the connector straight to the USB port, you will bend this part, and it looks kind of odd. And of course you have to be extra careful when you are putting the laptop together, because at the moment we have no cover there. There's absolutely no support there for this metal. So if you put your thumb against it and you push it too much, you will bend it much more deeper. So be very careful with that when you are assembling it back. And that's it from me for today. I hope you liked the recording. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment as well. If you're working on your laptop, enjoy your repair. I wish you a very good day, a very sunny day, and see you next time, guys. Bye!